The Wolfpack Revolution, how Black women entrepreneurs are redefining success through collective power. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for what I promise will be a perspective shifting conversation about entrepreneurship, success, and the revolutionary power of community. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of interviewing Patricia Catt, a visionary leader who has fundamentally transformed how we understand entrepreneurship among Black women. Patricia isn't just building businesses, she's architecting entire ecosystems that elevate communities. Her groundbreaking work has created ripple effects across industries, empowering countless women to achieve what once seemed impossible. Her insights challenge us to completely reimagine success, not as an individual achievement, but as a collective uprising. Patricia's vision has already changed thousands of lives, and today I'm excited to share what I learned from our conversation that might just change yours too. We've all heard the stories, haven't we? The exceptional entrepreneur who beat impossible odds through sheer determination. The visionary who worked 18-hour days until their breakthrough moment arrived. The self made millionaire who started with nothing but a dream and pure hustle. These narratives are inspiring, certainly, but they're also dangerously incomplete, and they may even be fundamentally misleading. For decades, we've worshiped at the altar of individual achievement. We've glorified the lone genius, the self made success story. We've built entire industries around the myth that true entrepreneurial success comes to those who outwork, outthink, and outperform everyone else in a solitary race to the top. But what if this entire framework is fundamentally flawed? What if we've been getting it wrong all along? What if the true path to transformative success isn't paved by solitary strivers, but by collective ecosystems of support? This is the counterintuitive truth that emerged from my conversation with Patricia Catt. The real accelerator for Black women entrepreneurs isn't just individual grit, it's the revolutionary power of collective ecosystems. Let that sink in for a moment. We've been taught that entrepreneurship is a solitary journey, that success comes to those who hustle harder than everyone else. But the data tells a different story, a story where connection, not isolation, drives unprecedented growth. Did you know that 89% of net new women owned firms daily are started by women of color? This statistic is remarkable. But equally remarkable and far more troubling is the persistent funding gap these entrepreneurs face. Despite their tremendous contributions to our economy, Black women entrepreneurs continue to encounter systemic barriers that limit their potential. Yet something extraordinary is happening in response. Black women are building networks and infrastructures that enable not only their own growth, but also open doors for others. They're challenging the myth of lone wolf success by creating platforms for shared advancement. Consider what happened at the Bank Conference in New Orleans in 2025. Black women entrepreneurs showcased how collaborative strategies drive business acceleration across industries. Despite facing persistent underfunding, women received lower loan approvals and face higher denial rates than their male peers. These entrepreneurs created targeted mentorship programs, formed strategic partnerships, and advocated for policy change around equitable funding access. The results? A measurable revenue increase of 32.7% among Black women owned businesses since 2019. Exponential firm creation driven by network effects rather than isolated efforts. I met Jasmine there, a tech founder who shared her story with me. She had been rejected by 12 different banks, before connecting with a resource sharing platform at the conference. Within 6 months of joining this collective, she secured the funding she needed and expanded her business into 3 new markets. But she didn't stop there. She then created an accelerator dedicated to minority founders, helping dozens of other entrepreneurs overcome the same barriers she had faced. I realized my success meant nothing if I couldn't bring others with me, she told me. The traditional path would have had me focus solely on my company's growth, but I knew that wasn't enough. We need to build ladders, not just climb them. This is the power of ecosystem thinking. When one rises, many rise. But let's be clear, the barriers remain substantial. Women entrepreneurs receive approval for only 45% of requested loan amounts compared to men's 55%. They face higher denial rates as well. These aren't just statistics, they represent dreams deferred, innovations unrealized, and communities underserved. Yet, in the face of these challenges, we're seeing remarkable innovation in how Black women entrepreneurs support each other. Take Gray's Upgrade Her initiative, which awarded $9,500 equity free grants to 4 outstanding global women led businesses, including several led by Black female founders in traditionally male dominated sectors like agri tech and climate tech. These entrepreneurs face difficulty accessing early stage capital due to bias against non traditional industries and underrepresented backgrounds. They lacked visibility on international stages. Gray Solution: launching a global grant program tailored specifically toward diverse female led startups with support systems, including pitch training and networking opportunities across continents. The program received nearly 2,000 applications globally, a testament to the pent up demand, and provided direct financial support, enabling winners to rapidly scale into new markets without diluting their ownership stakes. One recipient, Maya, developed drought resistant crop technology that now serves farming communities across 3 continents. Without this ecosystem of support, she told me, my innovation would have remained just an idea in my notebook. The funding was crucial, but the network of other women founders facing similar challenges, that was priceless. The traditional narrative would focus solely on the individual grant recipients, but the real story is about the ecosystem that made their success possible and the ripple effects their success created for others. This shift from individual to collective thinking represents a fundamental reimagining of entrepreneurship itself. It's not just about building businesses, it's about building infrastructure that enables many businesses to thrive. According to Success Magazine's June report on women's entrepreneurship trends, startup activity among US based professional Black women has risen sharply from an average rate below national levels pre pandemic to outpacing many peer groups post pandemic. This surge is due largely to digital transformation pivots during economic uncertainty. The pandemic created disproportionate layoffs in professional services where many ambitious Black professionals worked. Lack of legacy wealth made risk taking harder during downturns. But these challenges sparked innovation. Black women entrepreneurs began leveraging online platforms and webinars, enabling rapid skill acquisition and market testing at low cost. Virtual networking events replaced traditional gatekeeper driven spaces. Startup formation rates surged alongside employment recovery, with digital first approaches lowering entry barriers so more could participate regardless of geography or capital constraints. I spoke with Tiana, who lost her corporate job in 2020 and launched a digital marketing consultancy from her kitchen table. Today, she employs 7 people and serves clients across the country. But what makes her story remarkable isn't just her individual success, it's how she's created a learning community for other aspiring consultants, sharing resources, leads, and strategies that have helped launch over 30 similar businesses. In the old model, we would have seen each other as competition, she explained, but that scarcity mindset keeps us all small. When we share knowledge and opportunities, we all grow faster and stronger. What's particularly striking about these examples is how they challenge our fundamental assumptions about success. We've been taught that success is zero sum, that for one person to win, another must lose. But these collective ecosystems operate on a different principle entirely, that success can be multiplicative rather than divisive. When Black women entrepreneurs build supportive ecosystems, they don't just increase their own chances of success, they exponentially increase the success potential of everyone in their network. This isn't just good ethics, it's revolutionary business strategy. Building community infrastructure such as mentorship networks and access to capital is essential for scaling Black owned businesses beyond individual achievements. Despite remarkable growth, funding disparities remain a major barrier. True empowerment comes from leveraging collective momentum. When one woman rises, she paves smoother paths for others by advocating systemic change rather than settling solely for personal wins. This perspective fundamentally challenges how we think about entrepreneurship education, investment strategies, and economic development. If collective ecosystems drive success more effectively than individual effort alone, then we need to rethink how we allocate resources, how we measure outcomes, and how we define success itself. The implications are profound, and they extend far beyond entrepreneurship. In every field, we face complex challenges that no individual, however talented, can solve alone. Climate change, healthcare disparities, educational inequity, these problems require collective action, collaborative thinking, and ecosystem approaches. The lessons from Black women entrepreneurs offer a powerful model for addressing these broader challenges. They show us that the most effective way to create change isn't through isolated heroics, but through connected communities working towards shared goals. So I challenge you today, stop thinking like a lone wolf. Start building your pack. Ask yourself, how will you use your platform, not just your talent, to create space or opportunity for another aspiring entrepreneur this year? What one step can you take today that transforms your personal progress into communal empowerment? The future of entrepreneurship, indeed, the future of leadership itself, belongs not to those who climb fastest alone, but to those who build the strongest networks of mutual support. Not to those who hoard resources and knowledge, but to those who share them freely, understanding that abundance multiplies when distributed. This isn't just a nice idea, it's the new competitive advantage. It's the revolution we've been waiting for. As Patricia Cat so powerfully demonstrated, when we shift from me to we don't diminish our individual potential, we multiply it. We don't just change our own outcomes, we change entire systems. The most revolutionary act isn't achieving individual success against the odds, it's changing the odds for everyone. The question isn't whether you'll succeed, The question is, how many will you bring with you when you do? Thank you